Now, it might be a little hard to see, but up there we can see a picture of their house, Alessa as a young girl, and probably Dahlia there in the middle. There are playing cards on the floor. I used to play a lot. Remember little Claudia always had a hard time winning. That made her cry. Poor girl. And that's Cheryl's coloring book. This is my sketchbook from 17 years ago. On the front cover here is a picture of Dad. Really awful artwork. What's this doing here? The door sure does rattle, but it's stuck tight. A secret is hiding out of your sight. You may be thinking, what could it be? You'll need 5 magic cards if you want to see. What to do then? With all these, I'll tell you straight, and I won't tease, as long as you say please. Now the first thing you must know is that there's something in each row. But that's not the half of it. 3 would be too hard to fit. The upside-down man under the ground. To his right and left there's no one around. Leave him alone, though his tears are profound. The moon up above the sky, fuller crescent floating high. Twinkling light sits like a crown on the head of a crazy clown. Your Excellency, praying to God Most High, do you think you can tell me why you always look up at the night sky? Do you have it now? Did you forget? One major point you must not omit. And now at last, before you take a whack, here's one more hint to keep you on track. Scary and hateful, that thing in the night. Better be careful, it's not on your right. Turn to the left, and you'll keep it in sight. So you'll open the door? I'm just sure that there'll be. I'm just sure that there'll be nothing beyond it but frightening peril. Forget about that. Just stay and play, or else I'll be left here alone all day. Well, those are the clues to open this door, but I don't think we have all 5 of the tarot cards yet. The scribbling on the floor here is Alessa's. For some reason, she always drew monsters like this when she was alone. She used to draw with Claudia, too. A nice daddy and mommy, a fun school, a happy world where everyone smiled and laughed all day long. In short, everything we never had. My clothes from when I was 7, they don't fit me now. Good thing, too. A memo book. Something's written inside. She's just beyond this door. I don't know how, but I can sense it. But she's not the only one there. I sense the presence of something extremely dangerous, even sickening. Or maybe what they call God. Nevertheless, I will open the door. Enough of this idle chit-chat. God, I'm not. But I do fully intend to save her. No, them. This entry was written some 17 years ago. Looks like Dad wrote this too. Yeah, you can remember we saved just before going through this door to fight the very final boss of the first game. How many tarot cards do we have? Let's check. We have 4 of them. And you know what else? Change now. Okay, there's one more tarot card to find. But I know there's at least one other thing I want to do. Expecting something to be coming down this hallway. No, we lucked out. Alright, we want to get back to that elevator. And there's a whole bunch of dead monsters. where's that door? There it is. Now, if you'll humor me for a moment, I do want to check something. Are you dead? Why didn't you deflate? I'm looking for something in particular. I thought it might have been in that room. Yeah, things are not good here. Scrapers and slurpers. And the walls are bleeding again, homie. Yeah, there's our buddy down there, creeping along. Insane cancer. Can I get by you? Probably, but first... There's a handout with our classroom resolutions written on it. Doesn't say anything about banding your friends or scribbling on the desks. Yeah, we're back in Midwich Elementary. Yeah, from the very first game. What a tiny chair. I can't sit in it anymore. Thank God. Go home, drop dead, thief. This used to be Alessa's... this was my desk once upon a time. Yeah. Kids are awful. People are awful. A ratty old notebook on the podium. Oops, there's a letter stuck in here too. Let's see. There's a girl named Alessa in my class. If your memory is any good, you may remember her. She's the one they called a witch. Most likely her mother's abusing her. I've never seen her come in without some sort of scrape or bruise. Her expression is pitifully dark for a 6-year-old. Something like this may not be so uncommon. Rather than coming up with pointless ideas, it's best just to watch and wait. But isn't there something I can do to help? I've considered consulting a lawyer, but I do have my reservations. That's why I thought I'd ask you, my friend, for your opinion first. Kay Gordon. Now, Kay Gordon was, I guess, one of the teachers here at Midwich. It's a picture of a wolf. It looks like a dog, but it says wolf and everything, so... We went through his house and found his key when we went through the first game. Now, is there anything else to check out in here? Well, I guess we made it around the insane cancer. What do we got down here? Ah, that's what I was looking for. There's a tape deck here. It looks perfectly usable. Well, because we do have a cassette tape.
Do you know about what happened here 17 years ago? You've been here a long time. You must have
Now that
heard
sounds
some
like Vincent.
details.
A group of pagans, blinded by earthly desires, spit in the very face of God. They tried to use the seal of Metatron to prevent God's awakening. But God drove the unbelievers away and threw them into the abyss. But due to their wickedness, God was unable to be born properly. And so, she has slumbered ever since, in the womb of the Holy Mother, until the time of the awakening. That's all that I know.
That's it, huh? Well, thanks.
Father Vincent, I heard that the Holy Mother has been found. Is it true?
Alessa has been found? Did Claudia say that?
Yes.
Then it must be true. Her sight rarely fails her.
Bless the Lord.
Maybe it's because of her great faith. But I could never be like her. I wouldn't want to.
Nor I. The truth is, Sister Claudia frightens me a little.
Well now, let's both show our faith by forgetting about this little talk, okay?
Yes, but does that mean this land will finally be the home of eternal paradise?
If God wills it, my sister. If God wills it.
Well, that's one of the reasons we came in here. What are these letters? No, maybe a bunch of suggestions? People are starting to voice their dissatisfaction about Father Vincent using the organization's money for his own personal benefit. I've also heard that Father Vincent has been extorting donations from some followers. Is he really the right person for such a position? I'm in no place to deny all he's done to make the organization grow. Even though we believe in God, if there was some sort of gathering, shouldn't we be valued not for our limited talents or our talkativeness, but for the depth of our faith? LS. Not quite sure who LS is, but I think that's everything in here. Alright, just 2 more doors to check. Oh, this is the bad room. This is the bad room. It's got scrapers in it. Ow. Can I get out? Where's the out? Get out. Out of the bad room. Oh, thank goodness these monsters don't follow us. Nothing important here. Dang it, I keep missing out on dialogue. And there's the High Priestess Tarot card. Now we got all 5. Just a candle. The name Claudia Wolf is written very small on the cover. Looks like her diary. November 10th. She didn't die then. She was born. I knew that for a fact. But they haven't found her yet. They were supposed to need her power to build paradise, for the happiness of people. She was supposed to be reborn for that. I'd really like to see her. November 14th. Read Book of Praise. I want to thank Father for lending me such an invaluable book. I found what I've been searching for in there, how to awaken God, but it's much too cruel. Will I be able to pull it off when I see her? November 16th. I was free all day, so I read A Modern History of Refugees and Young Slaves, Child Exploitation. I don't want to be a mere bystander in this world. I can't do anything now, though, and that's what's hard. Claudia's been doing some serious reading. An old birthday card on the desk. So she was still hanging on to this. To little Claudia, happy 6th birthday. I love you as if you were my real sister. Here's to you. It's a shame that it came to all this. Now that we have all the tarot cards... Oh, okay, we're not going to run by him. We're going to go through the door. Hopefully there's nothing horrible in here. Come on, Heather. Let's get out of here. Now, it should be a pretty straightforward. Walk right back to the room with the tarot cards. Ignore all these horrible monsters. This place isn't doing well either. Where are we going? Alright, just around the corner. It's locked. So yes, we gotta put the cards in the right order. Well, once we use one, we'll have the chance to put them all down. Now, let me see. We got the Moon, Knight of Terror, the Hangman. Now, the Hangman was lowest to the ground with no one to his left or right. So I'm pretty sure he goes here. Where was everything else? I'm trying to remember. I think the Fool wears the moon like a crown. The High Priestess has the beast high above her. Is that right? Yes. Now, even though the door's unlocked, we're just going to turn around real quick to save. Alright, don't let the horrible chanting and horrible breathing sounds frighten you. We're at the very end of the game. And that's part of the reason for these horrible sounds. There's a huge fan here. I can't get through. But we're not going through. We're going this way. We're going this way to the big scary door.
What do I want? Well, for the two of you to die, that would be nice. Then I could relax.
When did you stop believing in God? God lives. Just look around you.
But I do believe in her. In my own way. I fear her, and I adore her. But I haven't lost my mind like you. You think that this is the work of God? Isn't this all nothing more than your own personal nightmare? Just like Alessa 17 years ago? If this really is the work of God, then I'd say she has lousy taste.
You mock God? Traitor. You will go to hell.
Not that again! Who do you think you are, claiming to know God's will?
A lot like her father, huh?
Go home, Vincent.
Home. This church is my home. I built it with my power. The power of money that you view with such scorn. Although I admit that this atrocious scenery is all yours.
If you continue to get in my way,
Did you kill me? Well. Well. The guest of honor has arrived. Let's get this party started. Heather, go ahead and kill this crazy bitch. This demon who claims to speak for God. The time has come. You can kill her now.
you go to hell!
Uh-oh.
What did you do?
Nothing important.
You're not going to run? I guess this is the end.
No, the beginning. As Vincent said, the time has come. Alessa, I'm saddened that you didn't agree to this on your own. But I thank you for nurturing God with all the hate in your heart. It's time for mankind to be released from the shackles of sin which bind them.
But a god born from hatred can never create a perfect paradise.
Happy people can be so cruel. Is it so hard to believe that sympathy could be born out of pain and suffering? Why do you reject God's mercy? Why do you cling to this corrupt world? You know that only God can save us.
And save you too? Happy ending? I'd rather go to hell.
No, I don't expect to be saved. And that's fine. Unless, my dearest, for the pain that I've caused you, I deserve no mercy. Even if it was to save mankind. It was too deep a sin. It was hubris for me to try to hasten the day of her arrival. Sacrifices were made. And those are my sins.
If you feel so guilty about it, why don't you go to hell? Heather, use the seal.
Vincent? The seal of Metatron?
Now your stupid dream is over.
Oh, that's just a piece of junk. What do you think you can do with that? Do you really think it can kill God? I'm sorry to see you fell for my father's foolishness.
What?
You're pathetic. But God loves even you. Now, Alessa, there's nowhere else to run.
Oh, Heather doesn't look good. Might be a little hard for you to see, but she's getting all red and bloody.
Just accept it, Alessa. The pain will disappear. I've been waiting so long for this. Even as a child, I knew I would see the coming of this day. I knew I would be a witness to it. Judgment Day. Alessa?
Nope, Heather's not having it.
Shut your stinking mouth, bitch!
Alright, so we're in control again. Let me tell you something. The very first time I played this, without skipping a beat, I just pointed my gun at Claudia and shot her. And I was so happy. But that just gets you a game over. If you wait too long at this point, you get a game over. You have to figure out what you have to do to stop the game from ending here. Now, this is probably a little tough for most people to come to the conclusion, but we read that book on a Galapagos, and you remember we looked at the pendant from earlier that has a red jewel inside it, like a red tablet? Well, that is crystallized Galapagos, and we're going to consume it.
What are you doing?
Dad.
She is nearly here.
Probably more than you think.
Alessa, what have you done? What did you swallow?
And making a guest appearance from a Capcom game, it's the fetus of God.
What is this?
Looks like God didn't make it.
Well, it wasn't a Capcom game, was it?
Stop!
Another Konami game. Someone correct me. Darkstalkers, Capcom, or Konami?
Claudia!
Alessa, you cannot kill God. I will burn God. If you can't do it, Alessa, I will.
Claudia! Claudia!
And blam, the tally all up in here. So, at this point, all that remains is to jump down into that symbolic hole and face the final boss of the game. And that's the Silent Hill God. Getting its face covered like a tally. And I gotta tell you, the first time I saw that creature, I thought the face looked like Angela from Silent Hill 2. But it's supposed to look like Alessa, Cheryl, and so forth. And there's what's left of Claudia.
You can't be dead. I was gonna kill you. This is God?
Alright, boss fight time. Now, right now its face is kind of hidden behind that cloth. It's just kind of standing up there. It fights mostly by firing these waves of fire at us, and they do home a little bit. Now, eventually, it will fall from its pedestal, and its head will become vulnerable. Even at this point, it will still try to hit you with waves of fire. If you get close enough, it will swipe at you with its hand, or if you get real close, it will headbutt you. Now, you can get it to come down earlier by firing on it, and since we have unlimited ammo, that is an option. But I also think we have enough time to... That's right, change now for the last time. Let's also make sure we're at full health. So, the first time I fought this thing, I was really low on ammo. I was low on healing items. So I had no choice but to try to beat this thing using my melee weapons. So I must have spent a good 20 or 30 minutes just pounding on this thing with the maul, trying to kill it. Ow. Now, getting swiped with the hand is not nearly as bad as getting hit by one of the bolts of fire. And I don't know how much damage the headbutt does. Get really close. See if we can get the headbutt us. Nope. Okay. Now we're starting to get banged up. Now if I'm quicker, I can avoid those swipes. Run from the fire. Now it's summoning 2 waves of fire. Ow. Now be careful when you get hit by the fire, because even standing in it, you can get damaged more than once. Keep our health high, because if we get hit really hard, we might end up dying. Oh, closer than I thought. Come on, we got this. Our dad killed you once, we can kill you again. Granted, our dad had a high-powered hunting rifle, but we have a fully automatic machine pistol. Uzi, whatever this is. Avoid the fire. That was not avoiding the fire. There we go. So let's enjoy the ending. That's right. Stomp it until you're sure it's dead.
Is that the end? I guess it's time to roll the credits.
Almost. Heather turns and... So now the question is, what ending did we get? I know what ending I was aiming for. This game has 3 of them, and we'll talk about them in a minute.
You're still alive.
Oh! Just a joke.
Just a joke. Not the time for those kinds of jokes.
Terrible
I'm
taste.
sorry.
Heather, did
You
you...
don't have to call me that. I'm not hiding anymore.
Want me to use your real name? What was it again?
Cheryl. The name my father gave me.
You gonna let your hair color go back too?
I don't know. Don't you think blondes have more fun?
Alright, well that was the ending I was aiming for. I forget the name of it. But in that ending, Heather essentially decides that she'll live her life with the name that her father gave her, but she'll still be her own person in that she's not going to change her hair back to brunette. So the ending credits should be popping up. And does that sound familiar? That's the opening title to the original Silent Hill.
Spoke of torture, souls, so outrageous the toll.
But in this case, we have some lyrics and singing to go along with it. I thought that it was kind of cool to hear the original theme of the game again, put to some lyrics, but hearing it again, I'm not really too big on the vocalist here. But Heather, or Cheryl, is presumably kneeling at her father's grave, saying goodbye to him. But that was Silent Hill 3. What can I say about this? I love this game. I love this series. And honestly, if they ended Silent Hill altogether here, this would have been like this beautiful little package, this wonderful little trilogy of games that really kind of should be the kind of standard for psychological survival horror games. The storytelling in these games is some of the best that you can find outside of adventure games and RPGs. And the characters and the symbolism is all just wonderful, engaging, and interesting. But after Silent Hill 3, we would have something like 5 more Silent Hill games, and the awful just kind of compounded on top of each other. And on top of that, we got 3 just awful, not 3, 2 just awful films. I have nothing good to say about those either. The company Konami and the people who run it clearly do not care about the Silent Hill brand beyond the value of its name for marquee value. But I don't want to complain about that. I want to talk about these games. I did mention there was 2 other endings. The other ending I think is called Revenge, and really is not a very good ending. It kind of fades to black, fades back in with Heather at the carousel holding a bloody knife, and Douglas's body is laying there dead. In that ending, I don't know, maybe Heather was kind of possessed and went out and caused more death, or maybe she was so resentful of Douglas for all the harm that happened, she went and killed him. The third ending, though, is a complete gag, and I think I might do a video showing off the third ending. Now, if you enjoyed watching me go through Silent Hill 3, and you want to play it yourself, go for it. Go for it. I absolutely adore this game. I adore this series up to this point. Your best bet is probably getting a copy of it on PlayStation 2 to play through. There's also a PC version that you can go through and play as well. Does the third ending involve Shiba Inus? Maybe. I don't remember for sure. There is a HD collection of Silent Hill. I mentioned that in the end of Silent Hill 2. I do not suggest buying that. It has completely different voice acting, is full of graphical bugs and errors. They've hardly been addressed by Konami because they really just don't give a damn. The people that were responsible for that HD port were given incomplete code and didn't put the effort into really doing it right. The guy at the helm is an ass. He's an absolute ass. I have nothing good to say about him. He wanted to rewrite the stories to fit his idea of what Silent Hill should have been. He even put in little changes that I guess he wanted or he thought that people wanted. So I'm against the HD collection. If you want to play Silent Hill 3, get the original PS2 copy or the PC copy. If you want to play games like Silent Hill 3, of course, there's Silent Hill 1 and 2, and most classic survival horror games. So let's see, how'd we do? Ending, normal. Action, normal. Riddle, normal. Clear time, 4 hours, 49 minutes. We only got 3 stars for that. We killed the split worm in under 2 minutes, so we got 2 gold stars. Took over 3 minutes to kill the missionary, so we only get 1 star. Leonard we killed in under 3 minutes, so we had 2 gold stars. The memory of Alessa took more than 3 minutes, so only 1 star. We killed the god under 5 minutes. Clear number 10. I've played through this game 10 times so far. So 5 gold stars. Although we saved a lot, we collected a number of items. We got all our extra weapons. Defeated enemies by shooting, defeated enemies by fighting. We took some damage. I would have thought we took more. And we lost a star for using the extra weapons. But that's going to do it for Silent Hill 3. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll go out and give these games a shot too, because they are wonderful. Thank you for watching.